So to start off, procrastination has its common ways of occurring. We say that we'll do it later, even though most of the time it's a lie, or a plan to cram last minute. My evaluation is that teenagers need ways to manage their procrastination and understand their work because I've learned that it interferes with the completion of their school years. It's important that I find a way to make this applicable, not just for my targeted audience, but also for myself. As a user of my own problem, throughout all of my high school years, I've done nothing but let procrastination run my work production, even if I did get it done. And my own root cause is that I didn't understand the task at hand, or how to start the task in order to finish it. So it's vital to me that I accomplish my own statement of procrastination and understand my work. From my research of other procrastinating teenagers, past procrastinating adults, and online sources, I found many reasons why this is such a common thing in my age range. But first, we should understand what it is. Procrastination is the action or mindset of delaying something or postponing it. In this case for teenagers, it's the action of delaying their progress towards schoolwork. But in real-world cases, it's a trait that almost everyone shares. It varies from things like taking care of yourself, doing chores, or going outside of the house. Most procrastinators tell themselves that it doesn't matter when it's done, as long as it gets done. Some even prefer working under pressure with the last minute or last hour making. But even so, these few simple traits have their downfall like all negative habits. Some info I came across from a researcher, Jaffe, included one of a few research lines by Tice and Baumeister at Florida State University. They stated, procrastinators end up suffering more and performing worse than other people. Everything I learned I stated not only for myself, but from others, led to me wanting to find a reliable solution for such a common negative trait. No one wants to purposely experience procrastination every day, week, or month, and etc. In my root cause map, I did evaluations on the deep roots and causes of why teenagers procrastinate, such as what type of support they have, why they started in the first place, or what type of atmosphere they're in. With my empathy map, the main focus after the evaluation was to sit in the perspective of a procrastinating teen. What are they doing? What's the situation of the assignment? How do they feel about it? And if they don't understand, what's their next move? At the beginning of my proposal, I solely was focused on making something that was a reminder to students. I wanted to do a volunteering type reminder with people who could help students on their own time. But with our first community partner meeting, I got an evaluation on how to better implement reminders, themes, and better execute the idea I'm going for. One of my coaches advised doing something where it helps the students know where to start and how to carry out a task, not just a planner. Not many people are just willing to help students with their work and remind them to do their work for free on their own time, unless they're a teacher. So with that feedback, I decided to better morph my idea to a more resourceful and effective production. The idea still stayed an app, but within that app was going to be a calendar and a problem-solving function. So here, I'll show you how to use a demo of my app idea on a website. Here's just a simple homepage of your upcoming assignments, past assignments, what's due, reviews, and other things that you could be doing. Here's a little self-assessment survey of just your strengths and your weaknesses. Here's where we get into the actual breakdown. Say you need help with math and you want to choose a specific topic, algebra. It'll have the option to enter or scan the problem. Once you enter that, it'll show you the answer to the problem, how you got the problem, how to solve it, and etc. There's also the option to make your own profile with your username, email, your age, description, and your own profile picture. This is a pretty empty example, but this is just what it would look like if you had your calendar implemented and you put assignments in, whether they're due now or later. Then, finally, this is just the procrastination survey. Questions of how you relate to procrastination in your patterns. So now we'll be going over my hard and soft skills. The soft skills I learned coming in freshman year were creativity, communication, and reflection, which I implemented throughout my project to turn it into something I think will be appealing to my targeted audience. The hard skills that I gained throughout this capstone and learned to implement throughout my whole project were computer programming and video production. The way I was able to implement myself by being a leader of my own capstone was having active communication of my actual intentions, achieving motivation throughout my peers, and creatively morphing feedback into something that I could use in future references. Thank you very much for watching my capstone.